Hey guys! Hey Golem! Hey Jace! You guys doing? That's probably way too loud. Let me know how the music volume is for you guys. Good morning and all that. Yeah, Apple Gravy's only been awake for like 2 minutes. Alright. I'm doing pretty good. So we're finishing up this guy today. I slapped a background on him. I had sudden inspiration for what I wanted to do with his background, so I just stuck it on there. 4 hours. Oh, well, it's been more than 2 minutes, I guess, then. Yeah, so I'm gonna get this finished tonight, so... Last one. I had a pretty good day. I got a lot of stuff done and, you know, just kind of relaxed today. I'm glad that I took the time. We did a long stream yesterday. That was a lot of fun. First of all, and second of all, I got a lot of stuff done. So, just overall, I am pleased. A really dark shadow. Let's lighten that up a little bit. Go with a different color too. Sort of drawn to this, like, warm pink color. Or like a... That's kind of good. Oh! Hey! It's Rachel! What's going on? We're coloring a fox raccoon friend. And by coloring, I mean we're shading. I totally meant shading. So how's everybody's weekend been? You guys ready to go back to work on Monday? I'm not. I would love it if I could just do stream stuff all the time. This is so much fun, and I wish I could just do this all the time. I reminded you. Yeah, it does feed you. It does give you the food thing. Hey, Briar, hey. Hey, Mage. Hey, Stop Sign. What's going on, guys? So not excited to go back to work. Nope. Same. I am excited to see what sort of chaos has happened over the weekend, though, because usually I leave for the weekend and then something happened when I wasn't there. That will affect the flow of everything for the rest of the week. Ooh, an exam. How exciting. Pilot would go up your head. Up on your shoe. Go. Yeah, an exam is worse than work, I gotta say. You don't make money for taking an exam. Saturday was super busy. Me, Mike, and one of our friends were looking to buy a house together. We've got 5 houses to plan out. Oh, that's awesome! Hoping to save a little money by all getting together. That's pretty cool. Probably way less expensive than an apartment, too. Like, overall. Just got back from St. Petersburg, ended up buying $150 worth of merch before I left. That sounds about right. Okay, I'm not doing this in order to be lazy, but it would be really cool if this one was, like, all in the shadow and, like sneaking. Get that sneaky sneak going on. I think I might need to adjust the shadows on this one a little bit though, because it's real dark. Oh jeez, stop sign, what happened? You have some crazy dreams, dude. Oh hey Alnita, what's going on? Hopefully if we have enough rooms we'd like to rent out to another friend who's not really looking into mortgage at the moment. Ah, okay. That's a good idea. We had a friend back in Reading that did that. She and her daughter bought a house that had like a furnished basement, and they just rented the furnished basement out to local college kids. You know, I guess they ended up not getting stupid college kids, so lighten that up a little bit. Okay. Hey, looking good. It is super chill. It's kind of I don't know. I enjoy it. I guess I like it a little bit. If I could do it all the time, I would. This is really relaxing. I don't know. I mean, I still need my quiet time, like, just to myself, and I need time to just, like, chill and cook and not talk to anybody, but, you know, I don't know. This is certainly a better way for me to spend my evenings than just sitting around on the couch watching, you know, Game 3 for the 18th time. So it was me and my dad, and we were on a speeder bike from Star Wars in my neighborhood being chased by a World War II plane? That sounds wild, dude. You do have crazy dreams, though. I don't know, your brain's, like, overactive. It's kind of awesome. Hey, Nugget, what's going on? Nugget has joined. You probably could. Just amalgamate all of them together. Just... It would certainly be crazy. Yeah, I'm really excited about this one, actually. This was the first... This was the first, like, character sheet I've had in a while, and, as I was drawing the front view, I was just looking at it going, oh my god, I'm so happy with this. Oh my god, I'm so happy with this. Oh, I hope they like it, because I'm so happy with how it looks right now. Like, I kept hoping they didn't want me to change it, because it just looked, I was so happy with how it was coming out. I'd rather just... Actually... I know technically there'd be a highlight here, but I can't get it to look right, so we're just gonna not do it. Yes, hopefully we can get this done tonight, and if I still have some extra time, we'll work on the landscape I was working on for my species sheet. But for right now, this. I want to get back into doing Lore Handel stuff, which doesn't really work that well when you keep taking commissions, but I can't believe how fast you guys filled up those commissions. Like, I'm used to like having to like reblog my commission sheet for a couple of days, like trying to get, you know, trying to fill in my slots, but this time I was like, okay, I'm open for commissions. Okay, now I'm not open for commissions. You guys feed me. Especially when I have no self-control and keep buying things on the internet that I don't need, and then I remember that, oh wait, I should have probably bought food with that money. Commissions are sort of like my, like, my, like, safety net fund, because I'm an idiot and just buy shit. I guess that is what happens when you have an active Discord. No, it was, like, instant. You guys were, like... Honestly, though, I don't even know if Kib's here for me to make fun of him, but, like, as I was getting to the final stages of Kib's commission, Kib, like, messaged me on Discord and was like, okay, so the next one. Dude. Please. You didn't even... It wasn't really even going to be a duel because he had already, like, claimed a spot, sort of. Like, I don't, like... It was one of those things, like, he had already mentioned that he wanted a slot, and I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna open it back up when I'm done with everything, and, like, as soon as I, posted, he was just like, how about that commission slot? It was, like, instantaneous. Like, the moment I posted, it was like, okay. I'll take my commission slot now. It was hysterical. You guys are funny. You crack me up. I love it. Kib did want that art. Kib was all about that art. Salmon Crumpet! Yeah, here's the, doing the foxes. Here he is. The fox boy. Discord server was built around your art and your streams. People enjoy your content, so they want your art too. That is true. The thing I really like about our Discord, honestly, is that, yeah, it was built... Well, it wasn't even really originally built around my art. Like, the Discord is really supposed to be a community page. It's supposed to be for you guys to come and hang out and share your artwork, because I like seeing the work you guys are doing. So it's a little bit of a community page as well. You know, it's a little bit of both. It's certainly, the stream is built with my art in mind because I'm the one that's streaming, but, you know, you guys are just as big a part of this thing as I am. You might even be a bigger part of this than I am. You know, without you guys, I wouldn't even be here, so... It's a group effort, I would say. The one with the goggles. I love the one with the goggles because he's a raccoon. So he doesn't really need the like, it's like, he doesn't need the raccoon goggles, but he was wearing them anyway. That one just makes me laugh. The person who bought it from me told me that that's what they wanted, and I was like, they were like, I hope this doesn't seem redundant, but I kind of want him to have, like, like a burglar mask. But it seems redundant because it's a fox. I was like, no, it doesn't seem redundant at all. That sounds awesome. I mean, it's redundant, but, like, in a good way, in a funny way, you know? Like part of the joke. You know, he's a raccoon wearing a raccoon mask. Vulpine. Hey, Vulpine, what's going on? Got the fox raccoon. So it's like almost a fox, but not really. Very nearly a fox. Half fox. The irony makes it lovely, yes. I'm willing to wake up early because I don't want to waste any moment of a day. My problem is that I could sleep until 10, but I could also stay up until 2 a.m. My entire life is just shifted like several hours forward. It's Sly Cooper. It is Sly Cooper. He's kind of like Sly Cooper. But not Sly Cooper. Sort of like Sly Cooper. Hey, welcome back, Sully. How'd you do? I was trying to fix my computer. I was gonna come watch, but my computer was running like a goddamn snail still. Yeah, my sleep schedule's really fucked. I mean, you saw what happened last night. I got really into Undertale, and then we ended up streaming until 1 o'clock in the morning. I didn't even realize what time it was, like, at all. Even a little bit. I use alarms too, but it still doesn't help me. I mean, during the week I have to get up at 7 o'clock to go to work, but on weekends, you know, I might set my alarm to wake me up at 8:30, but I'll probably fall back asleep until 10. Like Volpine, yes. If I could sleep for like 14 hours if I didn't set an alarm. Or in her case, have a nice boyfriend to wake you up. Or in my case, girlfriend. I don't have anybody to wake me up is the point. No, that's not true. My cat wakes me up. My cat wakes me up at 7 o'clock. It's just the problem is that if it's a weekend, I just go back to bed. A cat's kind of like having a girlfriend, right? At least as far as getting up, like, with them. Going to bed at 10:30 cuts out my ideal work time, midnight to 4 a.m. Absolutely. I do get really productive, really stupid late at night, though. That's the problem. I feel like a lot of artists have that problem, though. I do wish that, like, I don't know. I wish that I could be a little more flexible in the hours at my job, just because I am more productive if I can sleep in a little bit. Like, I would rather, like, right now I get up at 7 o'clock, so I can, you know, get a shower and get breakfast and and drive 30 minutes to work. And, like, the thing is if I go to work at, like, 9 o'clock, I feel so much more awake, and I feel like I can get so much more done. I would rather work, like, instead of 8 to 5, I'd rather work 9 to 6. But I'm afraid that my job isn't that flexible. Like, they really expect you to be in there at a certain time, so I feel bad. The other thing that's nice about, like, if I get to work, even if I stay late, like, I've been staying late at work on purpose now, because it's so hard to drive home in the rush hour traffic at 5 o'clock, but if I stay for an extra hour, then the drive home is super easy and only takes, like, 20 minutes. So I can either sit in traffic for a half an hour, or I can just get a little bit of extra work done and then not spend 30 minutes in traffic. I don't know. It's not that bad. I get the feeling to run a mile at 12 a.m. when everyone else is sleeping. That's probably actually a pretty good time to go running, especially in the summertime when it's hot. You know, it's probably best to do all your running and exercise at night. I wish stores were open late. I'd rather go shopping late at night when nobody's around. If you haven't noticed the pattern, I just really don't care for being around people. Those people with cars scare me. Driving around other people is just wild, and I would rather just not drive around people or shop around people. Like, the general populace, I should say. You guys probably are fine. I don't know, people drive like idiots. I have had, like, 4 or 5 times just in the last week that, like, somebody parked with their door, like, right up against mine, and it was almost impossible to get into my driver's side. Driving in Chicago after driving in Maine my whole life is an adventure. Oh, I bet. Oh, I bet that's wild. Even Reading to St. Louis is kind of different. I mean, we had traffic, certainly, but it was not... Because I don't want to say Philly, because Philly has wild traffic, but I didn't live anywhere near, like, a big city, so it wasn't, like, we had traffic, but St. Louis traffic is insane, is basically the point of that. People in DC just drive so bad. So anxiety-inducing. Yep. people here drive pretty stupid, too. I don't know, I feel like everywhere ends up having bad drivers. It just feels like some places are worse than others. I can't imagine doing a commute in, like, Los Angeles, though. Because there are just way too many people in that city to begin with. There's a road called Lower Whacker that's underneath the other roads, and I lose GPS signal, and then I just drive in circles for a while. Oh no. Hey, look at that, small world. You guys found some friends. Parking in DC is also panic-inducing. Parking in general. Just parking in general. I usually try to park really far away from wherever it is I'm going, because then, unless it's like, you know, low traffic time, because then I don't have to park near other people. Other people scare me with their doors and stuff. I always hate when you park, like, away from people and then somebody parks, like, right up against your car, and it's like, can you not, though? I have to get into my car. That's the thing I have to eventually be able to do. Alright. I need to highlight it here. That looks pretty good. Alright, next one. Near DC, everyone drives over the speed limit. Everyone drives over the speed limit everywhere. I don't think that that's exclusive to DC. I think everyone drives over the speed limit everywhere. Except for, like, old grannies who shouldn't have their driver's licenses anymore. Oh my god. Speaking of old grannies who shouldn't have their driver's licenses anymore. Did I tell you guys about the, my neighbor that took me out for, dinner with her niece the other week? That was a beautiful experience. You know, like, when you're driving, like, through town or something, and there's a car in front of you, this little old shitty beat-up car that's, like, the paint's peeling and something's rusty on it, and you're just, like, and the car's just putting along, you know, it's just, like, it's like coasting almost, and you're just like, oh my fucking god, please, the speed limit is 30, why are you going 10? And you pass them, and it's like this little old granny who's like tucked up and into the steering wheel, and you're just like, oh my god. I got to experience what it's like to be inside a car like that, and let me tell you, it is worse being in the car than it is being behind the car. I mean, Jesus Christ. And it was really funny because, she went, like, so, she drove me to where her niece goes to college, and, it's like, you know, 20 from us, but, we picked up her niece, who's my age, for lunch, and we went to a little restaurant, but then, the lady who came with me, the grandmother, she went to the bathroom, and as she walked away, her niece looks at me and goes, so, how was the drive over? Like, immediately was just like, so, it sucked, didn't it? It was really funny. She was being such a little shit about it. It was great. And, we later discussed going to a different restaurant on another weekend, like somewhere that was like a, you know, kind of a St. Louis, kind of a spot you want to go see at least once in your time in St. Louis. And so, but she was, you know, the grandmother was like, she was like, "Oh, well, you know, we could go there, but we'll have to plan the day because it would be really hard for me to drive, you know, out to where I go to church and then come back to pick Katie up so that we can drive, and then we have to drive all the way back to pick up my niece." And I was like, "I will pick her up." And her niece looked at me with this look on her face like, "Thank you for suggesting that." Because it basically would have been like, you know, this is where she goes to church, this is where her granddaughter goes to school, and this is where we live. So she would have had to go to church, go back home to pick me up, and then go to her daughter's house, and it was just, like, so much driving for her. So I offered it partially so she wouldn't have to drive, but also partially so she wouldn't have to drive. like, you know, you get my connotation there, like, you know, because I don't want her to drive, but also because it sucks driving. Like, just driving that much is just not fun, but also because you should not drive. I tried to drive the speed limit. I had a classmate in high school who got really upset about a ticket she got. I asked her how fast she was going over the speed limit, and she had been going 30 miles over the speed limit, and how ridiculous it... Oh my god. There was a guy back in my hometown that got he got a speeding ticket for going like 3 miles an hour over the speed limit in a school zone. Because if you go even a little bit over the speed limit in a school zone, they'll just pull you over. They don't fuck around with school zones. I'm a slow driver too. I just get panicked. I panic behind the wheel, but since I can't walk to find jobs in my area, I feel like an old man every time. It's so awkward to be inside a slow car. It's like you just want death to save you from all the awkwardness. Well, the other thing is that, like... Oh, hey, Aubrielle! Yeah, you're fine. Hey, you made it. Where was I going with that? Oh, well, the thing that's scary about driving with this particular slow lady, though, is that, like, she doesn't pay attention to where she is on the road, either. So, like, she drifts over the center line a lot, and, we had, like, so, for example, the other weekend, the day I was referencing, she was driving, and she was driving sort of erratically, but there was a two-lane going the same way. And then there were 2 lanes oncoming, and she drifted over the center line. She was on the left, and she drifted over the center line into the right lane, and the car that was next to us almost hit us and, like, flipped her off. She flipped us off, and she had every right to, but of course, you know, the lady I was with was like, "Oh my god, kids these days are so rude." And I was just like, "Oh yeah, I don't know why that girl flipped you off, you know, you weren't doing anything." But meanwhile, I'm sitting there like kind of casually gripping the arm of the chair, like like, I literally almost just died that day. It was great. I never had to retake my driving test, but I got a letter. Good thing is, when you move to a new state, you get a whole new start. Yeah, well, some places when you move to a new state, you don't have to, like, retake the test. You just have to apply for the new license. And the very least they'll have you do is retake the written portion. When I moved to Missouri, that's all it was. We went to the DMV, they copied all my information over from my Pennsylvania license, and then just stuck it on my new license, and that was all I had to do. But, like, if you wait too long, then they make you redo your license. Like, that's what my sister's going through right now, because she didn't get her California license right away, so... She didn't get her California license right away, so now she probably has to retake the test, which is unfortunate, because that's just not fun. If you don't feel comfortable sharing personal stuff, don't worry about it, we won't pressure you. Yeah, dudes. Yeah, you guys, this is a safe place. You get comfy. Get comfy, hang out, share what you want. Our little town never had stoplights, but we had to install a single on our school parking lot entrance because kids who were getting their license like to go fast. That's weird that you guys didn't have stoplights. Traffic lights. I don't know why I always call them stoplights. I always want to call them stoplights, and I don't know why. It's kind of the same thing actually with for whatever ungodly reason, I always want to call soccer balls footballs. I have never been to England. I have never lived in England. I don't have any friends who are from England, but for some reason, anytime I see a soccer ball, I want to call it a football. But then I look at an American football, and I also want to call that a football. I just want to call both of them a football. I don't know where I picked that language up, because I've never had any interaction with another country. I live where there are no driving tests, so you can imagine how good of a driver people are here. Yeah, oh, that sounds awesome. That sounds like the best. That sounds very safe. That's actually, now that I'm thinking about it, this probably explains a lot of what was going on in this driving scenario I was telling you guys about, but, the old lady I was with, she, was telling me that she's originally from Turkey, and she said in Turkey they don't really care about, like, driving laws. Like, they have driving laws, but they're all real lax, so it's like, if you're sitting at a red light and no one's coming from either way, you can go through the red light, like, you just treat the red light like a stop sign. Which is super weird. I mean, I think that should be a thing. I think you should totally be allowed to do that if there's no oncoming traffic, but... Especially late at night. I always hate late at night when I have to, like, wait at a traffic light, especially a really long one, and there's nobody coming. I always feel like I want to, like... I feel like I want to go anyway, but I'm so afraid it's going to be one of those, like, traffic lights that has the camera that takes a picture of your license or whatever, and then you get, like, a ticket in the mail for running the red light. Like, I'm always afraid of that. I think that's a thing in some places. Nervous? Yeah, definitely not dangerous. No, no danger. Yeah, you're totally safe. Very safe. Football just fits much better than soccer as you're using your feet, unlike an American football. American football should be called arm ball. I don't remember what they call what do they call American football in other countries? It's kind of like rugby, isn't it? I mean, it's not, that's not what they call it, but it's more like a rugby type thing. I don't know. I always thought that was weird that we called it football, but I don't know where I picked it. I don't know where I picked it up. Probably just from the internet in general. Because it does make more sense. Calling soccer football makes way more sense. I don't know where the word soccer came from, though. I'm not a big sports person, so... I don't know a lot about sports, to be honest. I'm not big on sports. But... I'll watch sports if somebody that I know wants to watch them. You know, like when my dad watches the Super Bowl, usually I'll go out and I'll bring my laptop into the living room and sit with him and just watch it with him. Good background sound, and it's fun to spend time with him, so I usually, like, anytime he was watching the Super Bowl, I'd come down and just watch it with him. In Spanish, we call it football americano. Okay. Well, there you go. I feel like it should have a different name, though. I don't know what it would be. But see, like, I was looking, that thought came about when I was working at Babies R Us, because there's a lot of the boys sets, like bedding sets, like clothing and like the sheets and stuff have sports balls on them, so there was a lot of times where I was, like, you know, having to put stuff out, and sometimes I would just, for no reason at all, call the soccer balls footballs, and I just couldn't figure out why I was doing it. There was just, like, no reason for it whatsoever. Just, I think it sounds better, I guess. Actually, my coworker pointed it out. She was like, why are you calling it a football? Headset, really? You're gonna do this to me right now? See you later, stop sign. I wish I was bilingual. I suck so much at learning other languages, though. I'm so bad at it. 1 second, guys. I got my headset's dying, so I need to grab mine. Or not. We're just gonna continue having my headset go battery low every now and then. I don't know if you guys even hear it, but I hear it, and it's annoying. It's great. Amerikanisch Fußball? Like all things American, it's watered down versions of European sports. Yep. Grammar is the worst thing to learn, especially for other languages. I tried to learn Spanish. I took Spanish in high school because I thought it would be important for me to learn Spanish. I tried to use apps like Duolingo and stuff like that to try to learn. I just can't grasp languages. I'm so bad at it. It's not something that sticks with me very easily, and I don't know. I love other languages, and I hate this idea. I hate this like culture where everybody has to speak English. You only speak American. It's the only language. You know, I think everybody should learn to speak everybody else's languages if they can. And I really I saw there was one of my coworkers was telling me about this thing. It's like a some sort. I don't remember if it was an app or like an earpiece or something, but it like translates languages in real time. And I feel like that's going to be a really important step forward for just Earth as a whole, because, like, people like me who just can't learn languages, that would be so helpful to me. Because I don't think it's fair that, you know, somebody whose first language is not English should have to learn English in order to communicate with me, but on the other hand, I'm having a very hard time learning their language. Plus, there's, like, hundreds of languages on the planet. Like, there's no way everybody could learn everybody's language, you know? You could only learn a couple. Here we have to learn English because of tourism and the people from the United States that come here. Yeah. I was brought up with both because my parents didn't want me to lose Spanish. The first lesson was some basic words and grammar, and the second was entirely in Spanish. Oh. Yeah, that doesn't sound very good. Sam and Crumpet, I would have never guessed that English wasn't your first language, so you are fine. I don't know, just not something I've ever been really good at, but, you know, certainly something I still want to learn if I can figure it out. I'm excited to see where technology goes in the next couple of years, because I think some of it's going to be really neat. I mean, already we're coming up with some pretty wild stuff. Yeah, oh, I'm gonna guess you did fail that class. I probably would have failed that class if it was like that. I used to be okay with French, but it's been so long, I mostly use it to read wine labels now. That's a good use. I can now pick out, the word quagsire in, Japanese. I now know what that looks like in Japanese. I've searched it about 16 times on a website in the past couple days looking for, rare stuff for my collection, but, you know, it's not something I know. Yeah, viewers from all over the world. Look at you guys. Yeah, I've heard Japanese is very hard to learn. I wish that American school systems taught multiple languages from a younger age like other countries do. I wish that I had been taught that as a kid. I feel like once you learn one language, you can learn more fairly, I guess, I don't want to say easily, but with less difficulty than you learned the first one, but it's getting through the hurdle of getting the first one down. Japanese is something weird. I can speak it, I just can't type it or read it. Interesting. I actually have the opposite problem. Well, not with Japanese, but with Spanish. Just based on the little bit of my attempt to learn Spanish, I can now look at Spanish text and sort of parse a meaning out of it. Like, I sort of have a general idea of how certain word structures work, so I kind of have, like, a really, really basic understanding, but I can't speak it at all. And it still sounds like complete gibberish to me when people talk at me in Spanish. Like, I can't pick out any words yet to be able to, like, communicate. I know it's not gibberish, but it, like, you know how that is, like, when you can't quite understand it, and it doesn't sound like anything, it's just noise. And I wish that it did sound like something, but it just, I don't know. I had that trouble a lot when, the problem was that, like, where I lived in Pennsylvania, there was a lot of people who spoke Spanish that came to the Babies R Us I worked at, and anytime somebody came up to the desk that spoke Spanish and only Spanish, or had very limited English, I had to grab one of my coworkers. I just couldn't communicate well enough to do, like, anything with them. I always felt bad about it. I really wanted to help, but I just couldn't. Kanji is literally the worst thing ever. So many symbols. I bet that's true. I bet that's true, Sully. I bet you know a lot of words related to racing now. I guess that's probably where some of it comes from, too. You learn certain languages based on, like, your exposure to it. I don't get exposed to other languages super often. Even when I was doing, like, Duolingo lessons, like, every night before I went to bed, it still was, I don't think it was enough, Languages are hard. I'm also pretty sure I technically qualify on, like, a high school reading level, so, even in college, like, history classes and stuff, at a certain point, I just couldn't understand the material anymore. I looked at a page and just nothing made sense at all. Anybody see an Axo bottle yet tonight? He's supposed to... I was watching out for him and I didn't see him. I programmed the bot to give you guys a notice about any commands every, like, 30 minutes, but I haven't actually seen him yet. I don't even know if it's working. You would have hated my favorite classes then. As a creative writing major, I had lots of theory about writing history. See, the thing that I like art history a lot, it's just at a certain point, my teacher was giving us really high reading level, like scholarly, like, journals and stuff to read, and I just could not get the material. I would read a paragraph and just be like, what the fuck did I just read? To the point that my senior year, just in order to survive one of the classes, my two of my best friends that lived across the hall from my roommate and I, they would have to sit with me for every project and talk me through it because I couldn't understand it. And honest to God, they saved my life doing that because I could not understand the material at all. It just made no sense. And it was just because I'm just not on a good reading level. I had already surpassed my limit of how much I understand. That was just about all it was. Sully, the coins are dead. We killed the coins. In fact, I actually had Axolotl programmed to tell you guys that the coins were dead, but nobody showed any interest in the coins after I killed them. So... Ah! Axolotl is slacking. Look at him. Cutie. There he is. He's here. He's just not giving... I don't really know how the notices work, so he might not... I might not have programmed it right. I switched Axolotl to Phantom Bot, so now he can respond to everyone. It fixed his keywords. So his keywords aren't broken anymore. He loves everybody. He does respond to his name. Yep, that's why he posted after you said after you spoke. I wish I could program him to do more things. Like, I wish I could, I wish that if, like, one of you guys said something to the effect of, like, Axobottle's just doing his best, that he could post, like, a different emote, but, there's too many variants, and there's too many different ways you guys could say it, so the easiest thing for me to do is just to type a keyword Axobottle, and anytime you guys say Axobottle, he'll automatically post, no matter what context it's in. If he sees Axobottle, he'll speak, and that's it. There you go. Yeah, you guys are summoning the bot now. But yeah, I wish I could do a little bit more with him. Like, I wish that he could respond to, like, specific phrases. I wish that, like, I wish, like, you know, if you insulted Axobottle, he would make a sad face. Because right now, if you tell Axobottle he's being a dick, he just smiles at you. You guys can now, also you can ask Axobottle how many, what the status of my commissions is. I believe the command is, !status, and he'll tell you what, whether my commissions are open or closed. And you can also ask him for my price sheet by typing !commission, to see how many, commissions, to see what my commission prices are, so he can do all that stuff now. You guys are just fucking around with that now. Is it not status then? They're in the tags under the video. Pretty sure. Or not. Maybe that's why Axobottle's not posting. Maybe I didn't do something right. Well, rip. Also did not program the social media. I don't think it was you. I think Axobottle's fucked up. I think I messed up Axobottle. Oh. I didn't know Axobottle could do that. Uptime follow age. I don't know why game is enabled, because game is, not a thing. Oh, it's slots. Oh, I changed it. Well, I'm gonna have to fix that, so. Splash attack. There you guys go. Down the rabbit hole. Hey, now you guys can test my bot and make sure that I programmed him correctly. This isn't Sully's first rodeo. I actually didn't know Phantom Bot had that built in by default. I thought you had to program that in. Like, I didn't know that, commands was automatically a thing. I also don't know why !games is a thing, because, I don't know what the game is, so don't use that, because you're gonna break everything, maybe. I don't know what that is. The follow age one is fun, because you can see how long you've been following me. I think that's pretty cool. Although, it blew my mind a little bit, because I did that in Vulpine's stream, and apparently I've only been following Vulpine for like a month, and I just was like, wait, really? Because it feels like it's been so much longer than that. Like, it feels like I've been following you forever. But apparently it's only been like... Apparently it's only been like a little over 2 months now. Sully has been following the Axie Stack since... has been in the Axie Stack since December 30th. Vulpine Arts has been in the Axie Stack since November 20th. There you go. Let's test it out at the end, maybe. Yeah. Game tells the user current game. It's the command to show what I'm doing right now. Okay. I guess that's why that's still here. Although maybe I should turn that off. Just be Vulpine. 69 days. Aw, yeah. You guys give me life. You're my favorite. This chat went from us talking about, you know, complex things like languages and names for things and people's driving habits to fucking around with the bot. Which I'm totally okay with, because I actually haven't really had a chance to test him since I gave him his new commands. Every 30 minutes he's supposed to post letting you know that he's here to help, but I haven't seen him say anything yet, so I might have messed it up. Oh, I guess we'll see. One month exactly. Aw, yeah. I'm real, it's only been 13 days. I feel like you've been here forever. the mods can change the game for you with a set attribute. Oh, I'm sure. I had channel currency for like a week, and for some reason Streamlabs was like all fucked up, and it was just not recording the stream currency well, and it just felt like it didn't fit my channel very well. So I couldn't get like raffles to work the way I wanted, so I just decided to do away with it. And what I'm gonna do is like once or twice a month, I'm just gonna do like a free raffle for anybody who's in the chat. I'm just gonna pick a day, and just that day is a commission raffle day. And if you're here, you join. If you're not here, sorry, too bad. Next time. I hate to do it that, like, I don't know. I think that's fair, honestly. Like, you know, if you spend a lot of time in my stream, then you're gonna be here on a free art day. But the channel currency just wasn't working out for me. It was too much work for what I wanted. I like it on other people's channels. That's why I did it, because I like it on your channel, and I like it on I really like it on your channel and on Cass's channel, but I just couldn't get it to work the way I wanted on my channel, so I decided against it. Can Phantom Bot do ranks? That is a good question. I don't know. I actually have not checked that. I think it can. Phantom Bot's pretty versatile, but it's also incredibly difficult to use. It's such an un-user-friendly program. One of my mods wants to have me name my currency Owl Dollars, but again, I never really felt the whole currency thing didn't fit my channel either. It works, I think it works better for small channels, or if you have like a really specific bot for it. You know, if you integrate it really, I don't know, it seems like Volpine did all the math and everything and figured out, like, exactly how many hours you would need to get a commission. And so, like, she figured all that stuff out, but, like, I'm not good at math. So, like, some people were getting way more currency for some reason, and other people weren't. Even when I turned off all, like, if you're a, you know, a regular, then blah, blah, blah. And if you're, you know, I guess with the Streamlabs bot, you can make it so that, like, if, with the Streamlabs bot, you can make it so that if, like, if you're in the chat a lot, like, if you've been there for a certain number of hours, then you get, like, twice as many coins. But even after I turned all that stuff off, and it was just purely, if you are here for 10 minutes, you get a coin. And that's it. There's no extra bonuses if you're a follower, or if you're a subscriber, or if you're a regular, or even after I turned all that off, some people had, like, a shit ton more coins than other people, and I couldn't figure out why. And I think what Phantom, or not Phantom Bot, I think what the Streamlabs bot was doing is I think it was automatically giving new people, like, 300 coins. So some people started out with a whole bunch of coins, whereas other people didn't, and it was just so unbalanced that I decided it was just not worth it. You gotta hang out in my channels like your job to get that sketch commission. Yeah, do some research, man. Figure it out. How on earth has it been like 110 days? Time flies. Back when I had spent 0 on art, and now I probably spent upwards of 500. Yeah, you guys basically, like, pay for me to just think. I try not to think about how much money I spend on, like, individual things like that, because it just hurts me if I think about it. Like, I look at my nice cabinet full of all these cool collectibles I purchased over the years, and I just don't want to sit there and think about how much I spent on all of them, because it's... Better hope this house never gets broken into, because my house is actually at the moment. Probably stop buying art supplies, but I can't stop. Yep. Can't stop, won't stop. Just realized I've been sitting here with my headset just died, in case you were curious. I've been sitting here wearing the headset with no music playing, and I just realized that I could go plug them in and charge them a little bit. The plus side the plus side to wireless headphones is that they're very convenient and they're very easy to use. The downside is that they are wireless headphones and therefore you must charge them. I will never go back to wearing a wired pair of headphones ever again, but like the fact that you have to charge them is kind of and the cable on the Turtle Beach ones is real short, so I can't like plug them in while using them. We can do ranks. I don't even really know what that means, to be honest. Like, I don't know what ranks are. I don't really know what that is or why we should use it. I guess I don't want things to be too complicated. Sully just wants to win. What it is. Sully just wants to be the best. Dolls plus groceries. Priorities are definitely online. Absolutely. Oh, I almost put in for a commission when I saw yours were open, but I gotta save for that doll and also groceries. Yep. You're good. I filled up in like 4 minutes anyway, so... I didn't even post on other websites that I was open for commissions. Like, normally I would have posted on, like, DeviantArt and on Fur Affinity. I would have posted everywhere, hey, commissions are open. I just did it in the Discord. My plan was kind of to give you guys, like, first pick. I think that's what I'm gonna do for now on, honestly. Like, my commission slots, I think they're gonna be, like, Discord only. Like, if you're in the Discord, you can grab a commission. But, like, if my slots don't... If for some ungodly reason you guys don't buy up all my slots right away, which, if today was any indication, I'd probably never have to worry about commissions ever again. But if, you know, if not, I might start posting on other social media, like, second. So, like, the first couple hours, you guys get first shot, and then that everybody else does. The other thing I was thinking of doing was, I don't know how you guys feel about this, but, I was kind of thinking about maybe breaking down my slots further, and the reasoning behind that would be there might be like 5 slots that are for commission, like full body commissions and like, you know, pieces, like, you know, big commissions. But then I would have like, I might have like 3 slots of commissions that are just, portraits and like icons and stuff. Because, like, icons and things don't take me very long. They might take me, like, several hours, like, maybe, like, an hour during my lunch break or something. So I was kind of thinking about maybe expanding the number of slots I have just a little bit so that, like, I could take 5 bigger commissions and then maybe have, like, 3 constantly rotating small commissions. Like, the headshots and icons and stuff, maybe those are, like, constantly cycling, but the big commissions are the ones that get, like, defined slots and I finish all 5 before I get to the next group and whatever. I gotta fix that link. That link is... I don't know what's wrong with that link. Salmon Crumpet, if you, like, highlight that and copy and paste it into a browser, does that work? Because I think the clickable link doesn't work for some reason. I think for whatever reason that clickable link is broken. For example, if I just found your stream, I would be the lowest rank as I'd only have been there for like a few minutes. But if I stayed around for a couple streams, I would get a better rank. Right, that makes sense, but what's the point of using that? In my opinion, it alienates the people who are new. Because you will, like, you know, somebody like, for example, you, who are always here, no one will ever surpass, somebody who just joins today will never surpass you on the ranks because you're always here. I don't want to do anything on the channel that's going to alienate it. I want this community to be open. And I'm avoiding doing any sort of, like, things behind a paywall as much as possible. Until I physically can't do it anymore, because I want everybody to have the same opportunities. But I suppose that then that alienates the people who are here all the time, the loyal people who are always here. I don't know. It's all a very delicate balancing act, I think. I was in a creative stream a few days ago. She does a commission day like once a week. She has 6 slots, first come, first serve in the stream, $20 per commission. If you donate more, she spends more time on them. It's kind of a cool... That's an interesting concept. I've never heard of anything like that. I don't think I work fast enough to do that, to be honest, but, that's certainly an interesting way to do it. It's just you. The universe doesn't want you to join. Alright, hang on. Let's go talk to Discord. We're gonna have a conversation about Discord with this. Discord, come on, man. Why am I not logged in? Computer, please. Come on. Oh, okay, we just refreshed the chat. That's fun. That's my favorite. Glad that happened. I think I can help ease this if you want, if it doesn't work still. Try that one, Salmon. I don't know why it's not letting you in. It's definitely not you, because other people have had... I've had other people have difficulty with the link that Axolotl spits out, and I don't know why it's not working. But the fix usually is that you just copy the, like, you know, highlight and copy paste the link instead of just clicking the link, and that fixes it. But actually, out of curiosity, does the commission link, does the commission link take you to, my commission price sheet? Like, if one of you guys type in, the hashtag commission, and, one too many S's, friend. It does allow you to click on it? Okay. So that link does work. That link follows. I have to figure out what's wrong with the Discord. The Discord link is 100%, like, it's absolutely a never expire link. Actually, Salmon, what about the, Apple? Oh no, Sully's back. Stalked you. Stalked you and found you. You guys can pretty much find each other really easy on websites like Fur Affinity, because you can just go to my art and it's like, oh, I made this for a person, and then just look in the favorites and you're probably in there. Is FA a good site? I've been told I should get one. It depends on if you do anthro art or not, or if you like anthro art or not, I guess. I don't use it a lot. I sort of just upload art there every now and then. I don't really have an opinion. Fur Affinity is really scary if you don't turn on Save for Work search, though. Like, the front page is just an absolute goddamn nightmare. Save for Work search on. You'll just bleed from your eyes constantly. But, I don't really have an opinion on it, though. I wouldn't say it's the worst site, but I wouldn't say it's the best site either. It's kind of a niche thing. It's not... I wouldn't say it's good for uploading just any old. If you're an anthro artist, absolutely, but it takes a little while to kind of get in. Save for Work search is the only way to use that site. You have to find artists you like to follow, otherwise it gets weird. Yeah, the thing about Fur Affinity is that, the best way to get people to follow you on Fur Affinity is to follow them first, so you end up flooding your inbox with other people's art, and it's not that I don't like seeing other people's art, it's that, like, in order to get a substantial amount of followers on there, I had to follow, like, 200 people just off the front page. So, like, I would look at the front page and say, oh, I like this person's art, and then follow them, and then they would follow me, and maybe a couple of their followers would follow me, and then I would do that to somebody else, and then somebody else, and eventually I get, like, several hundred journals a day in my inbox. I'm constantly clearing out notifications, but it's really the only way to get people to pay attention to art. So it's, like, on the one hand, it's better than a site like DeviantArt, because DeviantArt's just a whatever, but on the other hand, it's really niche. I would say if you like anthro art and you do anthro art a lot, it's definitely worth getting. At least just to try it out. and see if people respond to your art. If you don't do anthro art, it might be worth it just to look at anthro art. If you don't like anthro art, I don't know why you're here, but you know, for some reason you don't like looking at it and you don't like doing it, then don't get it for Affinity. It's not worth it. Don't use it. So I thought about doing a song request system, but I don't know how it works. I have several questions about that. The first song request question I have is it only off a certain playlist, or can you guys pick anything you want to request? Because I want to keep a really specific style of music in the background. First of all, because I want to keep the stream chill, but also because I don't want to get flagged for copyright. And so I can't have you guys just picking whatever songs you want, and then my VOD's getting muted, because you guys picked a song that was copyright. You know? So, first of all, that's something I need to figure out. Is it only off this particular playlist? If it's going to be that you can request any song off YouTube at all, then I'm gonna have to never do song request. I did think about doing it, though, because that would give you guys some control over what we're listening to. Because it's kind of just background noise for me, but you guys are the ones that are really listening to it, so... I mean, I'm pretty happy with Axolotl the way he is. I think the only thing I would change about him right now, I really want him to be able to speak... Like, I set a timer, and I haven't seen him talk yet, but, I want him to be able to, like, every, 30 minutes or so, just be like, hey guys, if you're new, don't forget we have a Discord. Just, like, a little notice like that every couple minutes, like, every, half hour or something. Like, 3 times a stream, he'll pop in and just say something. It does not appear to be working at the moment, but, whatever. I just did a Catfolk Witch. It's an interesting little niche. I couldn't do it all the time, but it's a fun place to visit. Yeah, it's fun to visit. If you get into the right section of it, then, song request, YouTube link, or something like that. All the ones I've seen are just from YouTube. I'm a fan of cool battle themes, but those are not very chill. I think you can song request off SoundCloud, Spotify, etc. I was trying to use Spotify the other day, and I could not get, the ticker to read it. I also just realized I wasn't back on the thing. If I'm going anti-copyright, I wouldn't yeah, I don't want to do song requests then in that case. See, I had timed commands, but they're not working, so I need to fix that. I obviously didn't do something right. Salmon, is it working? Did that link I posted earlier work for you at all? Or is it just broken in general? People would also just rickroll. I just want to keep a really specific style of music channel is all. Honestly, dude, I don't even really know half the stuff the PhantomBot can do. I don't know what a quote system is. I don't know what that means or what it does. And honestly, I don't even think we need it. I just wanted the honest to God, the only reason I got Axolotl in the first place was because I had a bunch of people that were all, like, you know, every now and then somebody would come in the chat and be like, you know, I mentioned the Discord, and they'd be like, oh, what's the Discord link? And then somebody would have to go to the Discord, get the link, and bring it back. Now, there's a bot, and so if they say, what's the Discord link, I can say, oh, type exclamation point Discord, and they can just do it and get it. Or if they know that a bot is a thing, they can just get the link. That was the only reason I got the bot. I didn't want to do all this other crazy stuff with it, but I just, since currency was an option and it seemed like it was a fun thing because Volpine was doing it and Cass is doing it, I thought we'd try it, but I didn't really end up liking it for me, you know? Did you make it? Oh, Salmon, I hope you made it. Salmon made it! Yes! Hooray! We are close to having 50 people in the stack. Jesus Christ, you guys. The stack is so big! You're so tall! It's where you can store funny quotes from past streams and be able to access them at any whim. I mean... I probably... I don't know. I mean, like, how does that... I mean, do I have to go in and type the quote in? Because... I don't know. Again, it's a thing we could do, I just don't know if I want to do it. I don't know if it's something we need. No? I want to keep it simple. The only thing I really need, like I said, the only thing I really needed Axolotl for was so that people could get the Discord link without having to ask me for it. What do I do now that I'm in the stack? Well, if you are an artist, you can post your art in the art share tag. If you are not, then yes, you just exist. Exist, enjoy people's art, enjoy chatting with everyone. It's sort of just a place to hang out once the stream's over. You know, then we can keep the party going even after the stream is over. It's just kind of a little community to hang out. If you're a writer, we also, you know, you can post that stuff in the art tag too. You know, a lot of that kind of stuff. Post cute axolotls, memes. Do we also get cute little axolotls for being in the stack? I totally wish that was a thing I could do, honestly. Is still the same character? Still the fox character. Yep. I'm going in and softening up all the shadows and stuff right now. I'm just not gonna spend a lot of time on it, just a little bit. Yes, you are a writer, you know. I've noticed. Still need to learn how to chat there. You should be able to just type in the box that's at the bottom of the screen. You just type in like your... Here. Oh. So you would just type in, like, here. That's it. You just type in there. Casually exists. But if you want to go in art share, if you want to share anything, you know, you guys post all kind of art all the time. And art stuff. We got, so anything you want to do, you can just, the maid outfit threw me off. Oh, yeah, this character has, yes, we do have memes. We have all the memes. But, yeah, so if you want to hang out, you are more, that's what it's for. The Axie Stack is for hanging out. I don't know, this character's wearing a maid outfit. I'm not questioning it. I'm kind of okay with it. I think, I didn't really ask for, like, details on that kind of thing, but I think this character might be sort of like a femboy kind of character. Also, which it struck me as odd, not because I think femboys are weird, but because, I got 2 femboy requests in the same batch of commissions, and that just was odd to me. It was like, oh, small world, kind of a deal. But I think that's what it is, though. Hey, Crusher! Welcome! Hey, Crusher's got the sub going on. Crusher can use the lot of love emote. Although I think right now it's called the love emote, because, I had to re-upload it, but it wouldn't let me use the original name. I don't know. At some point, maybe we'll get big enough to get, partnered, and then I can have a shit ton of emotes, and we can just rename all of them. I don't get the femboy communities, honestly. You know, different, I don't know, it's just feminine, just guys who are feminine, I guess. I don't know, I guess I never really thought there was anything to get, it was just, that's what it was. But, hey, you know, I got 2 in the same batch, so here we are. The femboys grow. Yes. Oh, we're almost there. We're almost done. Oh, I only have 10 minutes left. Shoot. Gotta go fast. But not too fast. No brushes. Why are you still in here? Playing League all day. Okay. We'll probably have the bot say something when someone See, okay, that I don't want to do. It already comes up on stream. I already see it when it comes up. There's no reason for the bot to say it in chat. I appreciate you looking stuff up for me, Sully, but I'm kind of happy with the bot the way it is right now. I don't think we need any extra crazy bells and whistles. I don't think the bot needs to do a bunch of stuff. I think Axolot's perfect just the way he is. You know, right now we've got that he can give you guys, you know, there's commands to get the important information that you need from him, and otherwise he just hangs out in the background and, you know, just chills and doesn't say much. Rip, I've been studying for my math exam. Oh no. Oh. Gotta go fast. Yeah, good luck, dude. Put that on overlay. Instead, put that on overlay. It's a little intense. Yeah, dude, good luck, Briar. Well, and Altair. You guys, good luck on your exams. Anybody who's taking exams, really good luck, because rip exams. Bullpine, are you working on your cat character more? Did you stream it all today? I was kind of cleaning my bedroom and not paying attention to streams at all today, but are you working on it this week? Monster Hunter Worlds came out, and I really wish I had a PS4. I gotta play a Monster Hunter game one of these days. You guys talk about it all the time, and it looks awesome, and it sounds awesome. I'm just like, I'm in. I'm ready to go. But, you know, having the console and stuff. Wagons! Mage loves his dragons. Mage, I went looking for something today on Tumblr, and I know what I was doing. I went to get I tried to tag you in your art when I posted it on Tumblr, and it wasn't working, so I went and actually like physically copied your name out from your page. But I like your header. Where, I don't know, I like your tagline on Tumblr. Made me laugh. You didn't stream today. Probably just finished on Tuesday. Okay, gotcha. Or maybe tomorrow. Hey, if you stream tomorrow, you know I'll be there. At least in spirit. It depends on how wild tomorrow is. Tomorrow could get pretty crazy. I don't know what chaos has occurred over the weekend, so... Tomorrow is either going to be an awesome chill day, or it's going to be the worst ever. You have mastered the art of Discord chatting. Hooray! You exist. Welcome. Now your memes can stop being dreams. Or something. Ace Arrow, but boy do I love lizards. I liked that. But boy do I love lizards. It just cracked me up. So true. You do like you some lizards. That's okay. I like me some Quagsires and some Axolotls. So everybody's got to have their thing. Bullpine likes her some foxes, you know? So, you know, we got this. Everybody's got their thing. You just happen to really like lizards, like, a lot. Lizards are pretty cool, though. So, worth it, I would say. All the foxes. This is sort of like a fox. He's not fox-colored, though. He's like a fox that's colored like a raccoon and has raccoon legs. It's like almost a fox, but not. Fun story about the commissions we worked on yesterday, by the way. I sent the final files out to everybody whose commissions I finished. And like at like 2 a.m. this morning, Missile Bomb, Rusty Dagger Alliance messages me on Discord, and he's like, you forgot to change the color of the fox's eyes. Because I colored them blue, and then the girl whose character is the rabbit was joking with me and said like, oh, you should make his eyes like bright pink. So I did as a joke, and then I forgot to change it back. So I just sent him the final file with the wrong eye color, and it was really funny because it was like 2 a.m. 2 a.m. I'm still awake. I'm an asshole and streamed until 1 a.m. And it was just like, oh. Axie sees our tumblers. Let's go to the shame corner. Dude, don't even worry about it, man. I love your tumblers. I love how random you guys are. It's great. I see your Instagrams now, too, because a lot of you guys liked my things on Instagram, so now I have your Instagrams. You'll never escape me. I am everywhere. In all of your things. 2 a.m. Holy moly. That's me. It was one of those things, like, we were playing, we were playing Undertale, and I was doing my thing, and then, I looked at the clock, and it was 11 o'clock, and I was thinking, I should go to bed. But this is so much fun. Maybe we'll just do a little bit more. I'll just go till midnight. So I kept playing, and then all of a sudden I looked down at my clock. I was starting to feel a little groggy, so I, like, looked down at my clock, and it was, like, 12:59. Frick. I don't know why I have an Instagram, because it's, like, next to impossible to upload anything to it, but I'm doing it. Volpine tried to help me, and then my computer was like, no. So, but at Volpine's request, I have started using Instagram more often, so if you have Instagram, you know, it's like... Like, I'm trying my best. Yeah, we're coming up on an hour and a half. Usually when I try to do like 2 hours, but some days I don't have time until 8:30, so an hour and a half is fine. I might go a little bit over though, because I'm actually really good at this, so we might as well just finish it, and also I'm having fun with you guys, and I just really don't. I just don't want to go to bed because I know I have to go to work tomorrow. I don't know if you guys have that. It's probably especially with school, where you just, you know you have to go to school tomorrow, so you just don't. Heck, even on weekends where I get, like, I don't know if that's, like, a psychological thing. If Cass were here, she would probably know the answer, because she knows all these things. But, like, you know how, like, you know, it's a weekday. It's a weekday, right? And you go to bed at, like, you know, 10 o'clock, and you sleep all the way through to 8 o'clock, and so you get, like, or, yeah, and you get, like a perfect, like 8 to 9 hours of sleep, but you feel like shit and don't want to get out of bed. But then, like, you know, I don't know, like, on a weekend, you stay up till 2 a.m. and you wake up at 8 anyway, and you only get, like, 6 hours of sleep, but you feel awesome and you could do everything. I don't know if that's, like, psychological, but I get that so much. Like, I can't wake up on the week. Go to work. I just don't want to. You have to believe in the Instagram. Think of all the posts in the future. I have so much to live for. Yes. Casually follows my Instagram. I'm gonna try my best to keep that updated, because I actually put Instagram as one of my social medias you guys can follow, but, you know, rip me. It doesn't, so... I also, see, like, I put all the ones most people use, so, like, I put Twitter on there, but, like, I never use Twitter, and I don't know why it's on my social medias you can follow, because I never use it for literally anything. Oh! Executor bot, thank you. Is that Executor like the Pokemon? Thank you for the follow. Executor bot, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Axie Stack. Having a good time here. We're talking about Rowlet pictures. Oh my god, I've drawn Rowlet like 8 times. Rowlet is the only Pokemon that matters, except for maybe Quack. Rowlet's the only starter that matters. I will fight all of you. So great. I have the life-size one up on top of my bookshelf. So cute. So cute and cute. You don't gotta do anything, so you just keep sleeping, because why not? Yeah, but like on, like, today, I went to bed, so today I went to bed at, 2 a.m. And, I didn't, but I got up at 8 o'clock. And I just got out of bed and started working on stuff, and started organizing my bedroom, and I got so much stuff done today, because I woke up and just started working, and I don't feel like that during the weekday. During the weekday, I'm just like, ugh. Even if I get enough sleep, I'm just like, ugh, all the time on a weekday. I don't even hate my job. I like my job. I just don't want to get up. I can work from home. Furt is the best Pokemon. Yeah, I guess Furt's pretty good. I guess I could say Furt's pretty cool. There's him. I'll tell you what though, Pokemon can just stop making designs now. They just reach the pinnacle of adorableness with Rowlet. They can just never create anything ever again. I would be perfectly okay with that. I lived my owl name. Best Pokemon is clearly Ninetales. Yeah, alright. I guess Ninetales is pretty cool too. I guess. Dyer were here, Dyer would argue that Honchkrow is the best. So I guess you guys all have your little tastes in Pokemon. Zoroark, maybe willing to accept Eevee. Eevee's sort of a fox. A fox, dog, cat thing. Taking the whole our foxes, cats, or dogs argument to a whole nother level with Eevee. I know it's a fennec fox, I'm just... Can we at least all agree that, Entei, Raikou, and Suicune are cats? Can we at least all agree on that? Eevee is a fox, she can turn into a cat or a dog, and sometimes a mermaid. Sometimes a mermaid. That's a pretty good skill to have, though. Sometimes a mermaid. Gotta fade out. Almost done. We're almost there. Sully. Alright. We're banning Sully. Sully thinks they're dogs. Don't ban Sully. Sully's allowed to live. Sully's allowed to have his opinion, even wrong. They're definitely cats. They're 100% cats. I don't know where people ever got that they're dogs. Like, I'm not even trying to be a dick about it. Like, I 112% cannot figure out why people think they're dogs. Like, can someone in the chat who thinks they're dogs, can you please explain it to me? Because, case in point, Raikou. I don't know how you look at Raikou and think that Raikou's a dog. The other two, I can see your arguments, I can see what you're about to say, but still. It bugs the shit out of me. I had to stop talking about it when I went to raids in St. Louis because people just looked at me like, oh my god, shut up. But as a character designer, it bugs the shit out of me because they're really obviously based off of cats. Maybe they're all foxes, maybe they're a little of both. Legendary magical foxes. Cool. Alright, I just realized the thing I need to fix. Color of the glasses. Light blue color. Not that, just these. There we go. No, they're officially they're called legendary beasts, but Suicune's the only one that's not really based off of a cat or a dog. It's based off of a Kirin. But Raikou's a saber-toothed tiger, and he's based off of a it's a Japanese thunder god that takes the form of a tiger. And Entei is based off of a Foo Lion / Foo Dog, but the phrase Foo Dog is the American bastardization of it. They're actually lions. Foo Dogs are actually lions. They're not dogs at all. So Entei is a Foo Lion. So Entei's a lion. Raikou's a Raiku's a tiger, and Suicune's the only one that's really, I think, ambiguous, because it does have, like, dog feet, but I think it's supposed to be a little bit of, like, a cheetah, because it runs across the water and stuff. Your ice went blue as well. Is that what you wanted? Did it? Rip. I suppose they could be a little bit blue. So. I don't know what these drinks are. Don't ask me. Colored them. I just made them. Don't worry about it. In Spanish, it's literally the dog legendaries. Is that the official name? Oh, that's a cool cosplay. Sully, why do you keep doing the uptime command? Probably gonna disable it if I'm perfect. Interesting. They're considered legendary dogs in Americas too. No, definitely in English, I'm sure of that one. In English, they are, the official name is the legendary beast. They're not referred to either way as dogs or cats. The point is, I'm really salty about this for some reason, and I don't know why. That was sort of the point of that. I think the point of that conversation ended up being that I'm just real salty about something that doesn't really matter. I think that's really all that this amounts to, is that I'm just a salty individual. Nobody I know of calls them beast either, but I believe that's the official name. Discourse Hour Smackdown, yeah. AKA, I'm gonna be salty and you guys tell me I'm wrong. I don't know anybody who, and actually, I'm not gonna pretend like I'm a saint and always, this is my belief all the time, because I catch myself calling them legendary dogs all the time, but I can't figure it out because I don't think they look like dogs. Sully, they absolutely 100% do not look like dogs. I want you to look at a Raikou and tell me that it looks like a dog. Look me in the eyes and tell me that Raikou looks like a dog. Like, I'll give you guys Suicune and I'll give you guys Entei, but I cannot figure out why people insist that Raikou is a dog. How about that? How about that's my stance on the subject. The other two are ambiguous beasts that have references to both, but I cannot figure out where you guys are getting dog from in Raikou. How about that? That's my final stance on the matter. Wait, legendary beast is the collective fan term? Okay, so basically, updated opinion, nobody knows what the fuck's going on. I don't even think Nintendo knows what the fuck's going on. I get so adamant about this. Dude, I pick, like, one topic and fixate on it for, like, ever. It makes me real salty. I get real salty about a lot of things, though. I'm just a real salty individual. I am comprised of 90%. Since when has anyone ever known what's going on? Also a good point. Highlights on here. Almost there. I don't even think Nintendo knows what's going on half the time. I think Nintendo just does whatever the fuck they want because they make all the money. They could literally make anything and just... we would just buy it. Okay, what do I have to do with this? I feel like I'm missing something. I feel like I have forgotten something. Background lime green. Nintendo was wild. I think I need a color palette and his name. I don't remember what his name is. Pokemon are just Pokemon. There you go. That's what it is. Yeah, but like, have you ever seen what a Quagsire is based off of? Because it's actually the worst. Also, I blew my own mind yesterday because I always forget how big Quagsire is. Like, I picture Quagsire as being like a large cat, like a Maine Coon sized cat, like a big cat. Like, I picture Quagsire being like large, but Quagsire is actually 4'7". Quagsire is a foot shorter than I am, and I now need a life-size Quagsire plush because that just sounds beautiful. You see the Labo? It's just cardboard. People are losing their minds over cardboard. Nintendo. See that? The thing about here's how I feel about the cardboard thing. I think the cardboard thing looks really fucking cool. And I can't figure out why. Just something about it just is unique. Like, Nintendo keeps doing shit at a level. Like, everybody's going into VR and like super HD, and Nintendo was like, okay, yes, but what if we made cardboard? Nintendo's just always like in a perpetual state of just doing whatever the fuck they want. He needs a little highlight under. Don't know how else to color it in, so we're just gonna do this. Has everyone ever heard the Pokédex description for Salazzle? Being released on March. It's being released on April 20th for $69.99. Jesus. Makes me lose hope in humanity. Hang on, I missed something. The new gen has one Pokemon that's so bad. Oh yeah, Turtonator freaks me out. The nostalgia aspect, it reminds me of building stuff as a kid. I used to make cardboard box houses and stuff. Volpine's like, I don't know what you're... Witchcraft. Volpine witchcraft is what I'm doing. Haven't you figured this out by now? 80% of anybody's process is just witchcraft. Okay. I think I'm pleased with this. So let's put... I'm pleased with the character, at least. Let me put the, textures on. And then, I have to put a color palette on here at some point, but I don't really feel like doing it. I'm tired. And I have to go to work tomorrow, and I've already gone 12 minutes over stream. So, yeah. So I'm just gonna not. And I'll do it tomorrow. Overlay layers are my favorite. Okay. And the raccoon fox is done. Is the directional lighting a thing you do with... Yeah, they're gradients. The gradient I use... I never use any other gradients but this one. I use this gradient. I don't remember if I made it. Oh, no, it's this one. It's a foreground to transparent gradient. I think it's a default gradient that comes with Photoshop, but basically it makes whatever color this is, the one that's black right now, is the gradient. So like if I make this gradient, it's a circle, but it's black. And it's just, it just goes to transparent. But it, like, say I want to do it in red. Now it's red to transparent. Now it's lime green to transparent. I use that gradient for everything. I don't use regular gradients anymore, because you can just, and then you can change the direction of it too. You can make it just a straight line. You can make it this weird star thing. You can make it a straight line across, or you can use this weird little star that I never use. I never use the star for anything. I don't really know how you use the star, yeah, I just use the transparent. It's a transparent to foreground to transparent gradient. The biggest thing I use it for, I've discussed this, but so like on this character, we'll show you. So the shadows along like here are really heavy, and like especially down here, they're really hard edge. And I kind of wanted to soften them a little bit so it's not just so like blocky up here as well. So by putting on a layer mask, it softens the edges. So you basically anything on a layer mask that you paint in black erases, or white erases. Anything you paint in white erases. Anything you paint in black fills in. Nope, not. What is it? I just switched them. Black. Okay, black erases, and then white puts it back. So it's kind of like an eraser, but not permanent. And I just use the gradient on the edges of stuff I want to soften, and that way if I need to look at the shadows not blended, I can just turn the layer mask off and look at them and then put it back on. That's how I do it. That's how I do it. It's a wormhole. What is a labo? Oh, look up the labo. It's pretty cool. So that's what I do that. And things. Alright. So I just gotta do color palettes and the nameplate, and I don't think I need to do that on stream now. So, I am gonna go to bed. Yeah, it's 10:15. Time for me to go to bed. So thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Had fun. And, yeah. And I will see you. Yeah, no problem. Hey, I enjoy it. You never have to thank me for streaming. I do this because it's... Yes, to the Discord. If you are looking to hang out still, you can go to the Discord. But, I will... Yeah, have a good night or a good rest of your day, guys. Thanks for coming to hang out with me, and I will see you guys, tomorrow for... Let's see, Monday, so more Undertale. We're gonna continue the chaos. Oh, wait, no, is it Undertale? Oh, I forgot what day of the week I do things. Yes, Monday's game night. So yeah, Undertale tomorrow, and then we'll do more art, Tuesday. I will see you guys later. Bye! Ah, wait, untransition. Untransition! Cass is still alive. I went to shut the stream down and I was like, wait, Cass is on. Who else? No. If anybody didn't leave the chat yet, let's go see Cass. Let's go get her. I'm so bad at remembering to raid people. Abort mission! Abort mission! Gotta remember, one of these days I'm gonna remember. Gonna get everybody. We gotta remember to get everybody. I gotta get better at this. Friends gotta help friends, and I just forget to do it sometimes.